everybody. Okay, Cindy's here. Cindy, can you see me? Can you see me, Cindy? Interesting. Oh, there we are. Okay, it's working now. Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties due to tonight's live stream. And tonight we are making an easy and delicious snack or meal out of three of my favorite ingredients: bacon, cheese, and pickles. This recipe was sent to me by my sister Angela, and I just knew that I had to make it. Awesome. Okay, let me come over here and get some comments. Okay, so my chat doesn't appear to be working over here. So let me just connect that. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of the chat messages. Interesting. So let me just chat something here. Let's see. Boy, it's my turn to have technical difficulties tonight. Okay, can everybody see that? Well, it's the outgoing's working, the incoming chat is not working. Anyway, we have Cindy DeManch in the house. Cindy says hi. We have my dad, Jim. We have my friend Sandy. We can see and hear you, she says. And Taryn, her husband's here as well. Hello, Amy. Hello. We have Cindy again. Oh, we have Lisa Ortega. Hi, Lisa. Is James with you too? Hi, everybody. I'm not sure why my chat isn't working. Very bizarre. But I may just have to read the chats from my monitor over here. So tonight we are making an amazing treat / meal, and it's called chicken cheesicles. Chicken cheesicles. And I credit my sister Angela for sending me this recipe. And I was going to make something different tonight, but I was testing a new pizza crust and it didn't quite work out. So let me just try something here for the chat because that's really bugging me. Let me disable this and then re-enable it and see if that fixes it. Let's see if that worked. All right, it looks like it's working, but it's not. So I'll just make sure I monitor the chat. I may not be able to bring the chats up on screen tonight, but that's okay. So as always, I'm not a medical professional. Any information provided in this form is not to be used as medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or services to you or any other person. Any information provided in this form does not replace being seen by a physician. And if you have a medical condition, always consult your doctor about that medical condition. And always please consult with a physician before changing your diet. Welcome, everybody. You guys can hear me okay? See me okay? And so we're going to get to making this awesome recipe. I literally made this yesterday. The chicken cheesicle. And you're like, what is that? Well, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to my other camera here. Hopefully everybody can see this. I have some mozzarella cheese sticks. I have bacon. I have my favorite Grillo's pickle spears. And I have, let's see, a chicken breast and a half here. Now, the reason why I have a half is because I tested this out by making this last night. So we're going to start by taking the big chicken breast, and we're just going to cut that in half down the middle. All right, so we're going to slice this in half and make like a little chicken strip. And I have another one here. So I'm really only going to make 3 of these. So, hi, Holly. Holly Springer is here. Welcome. Holly, we are making chicken cheesicles. So I have 1.5 chicken breasts cut into slices here. And then we're going to take a mozzarella cheese stick and we're going to stick one on each of these chicken breasts. These are, so pretty much my thing is I like easy recipes. I'm very, very busy. So a lot of the recipes I like to demonstrate in these lives are easy, quick, but yet they're so delicious. So Lisa says, I got chicken thighs, brining, and pickle juice for tomorrow. Ooh, Lisa, that sounds amazing. So I heard that when you brine chicken breast in pickle juice, it tastes like, uh, is it Kentucky Fried Chicken or something like that? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take my favorite pickles, which are Grillos, and I got these at Meyer. They sell the chips at they sell the chips at Costco, but these are the dill pickle spears, and please use dill. And if you don't like pickles, you can probably leave this out, but it just tastes so good. Holly says, hi, Cindy. I'm going to watch your video on the replay. Yeah, Cindy's video was amazing today. Okay, so we're going to cut this pickle spear in half. And then we're going to put these on each side of the cheese. Hopefully you can see this. So I'm going to cut the next one in half. We're going to place those. Oh, you know what? I forgot a step. Before you put the pickle and cheese on, you always want to season with your favorite seasoning. And mine is Redmond's Real Salt. So don't forget this step like I just did. So we're going to actually season these first. This is like one of the most important steps. I can't believe I forgot that. All right, we're going to season both sides. And you can use whatever seasoning you prefer, but Redmond seasoned salt is my favorite. Okay, then we're going to put the cheese and the pickles on them. And again, I put pickle, cheese, pickle. And then I need one more pickle. Cut in half. And then pickle, cheese, pickle. And they may roll off. That's okay. We're going to secure them with some bacon here in a minute. Okay, so the last step is we're going to take some bacon. So Lisa says I was out running errands, so I missed Cindy's live. Sean is here. Hey, Sean. Good evening back home. And I just have to give kudos to Sean and Michelle. They gave me my first Buy Me a Coffee last week, and I wasn't able to see it because I'm not monetized on this channel. And so I can't do like super chats or anything like that. But I wanted to give them a special thanks for sending me a Buy Me a Coffee last week. Okay, so we're going to take the bacon and we're going to take the chicken and we're just going to roll. I feel like this went so much easier when I did it last night. Probably because I wasn't trying to talk and do it at the same time. But we're going to wrap the bacon around. We're going to secure all this in here with the bacon. Maybe if I do it this way. And it may take a few pieces of bacon for each one. And that's okay. So you're going to wrap all this up in bacon. Okay, this one goes here. So we're going to do this one next. I'm telling you, I tried this last night at like 10 o'clock at night and I had a bite. It is so delicious. And it's really not hard to do. Dustin's in the house. Okay, so Dustin says he's here. He's listening while he drives to Walmart. Oh, all of a sudden my chat started working. Interesting. Okay, which I can't pull it up because my hands now have bacon and chicken on them. All right, so we're gonna see how much bacon we have left. We may put another one on each one. We are making the chicken cheesicles. And right now we're just wrapping chicken, mozzarella cheese stick. I'm not doing it very well, but it's okay. We'll get it done. I'm telling you, you have to. Who would try this? Yeah, I do too. Love simple too, Sabrina. Oh, Sabrina's in the house. Sabrina is one of my dear, dear, dear friends, and I also work with Sabrina. And her sister Rhonda went to KPL last year, not 2024, but 2023. And that's how I found out about Ketapalooza was from Rhonda. All right, I think I'm going to put one more on each of these. I feel like I should cut this off, but we'll just double wrap it here. Okay. And then we're going to put another one on this one. Ooh, my brother and his wife, John and Sherry's in the house. John and Sherry, we are making chicken cheesicles. All right, let's see if we can wrap this all the way up. So we have totally wrapped these chickens up. I used almost all of this bacon. All right, so let's do this one. I swear this was easier last night. Okay, so we have the chicken, the pickle, and the mozzarella cheese all wrapped up. We seasoned it, even though I forgot to season it at first. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I have my air fryer right here. We're gonna put these on the air fryer. I didn't grease it or anything and it was fine. Let me wrap that one a little tighter. We're just gonna transfer these to my air fryer tray. So we got all those wrapped up. We're gonna put them in here. All right, and then we're going to put these on 400 for 18 minutes. All right, let me wash my hands real quick and we'll be right back and we'll talk some more. All right. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Okay. Dustin says time is flying by. I didn't realize it was after 7 already. And Sabrina again said, I love simple. I do too, because I'm so busy. I don't always have time to make the complex recipes. This is my brother. Sherry and John are watching. My brother and his wife, Sherry. Hi, guys. See you guys Friday. And Sherry says, hola. Who is Cher? That my brother misspelled her name. So it looks like only Facebook comments are coming in now, which is weird. I don't know what's going on there. So I'll just try to read the YouTube comments. Not sure why that's not working. Lisa says, I went to Walmart this morning. Sandy says, I would try this just slightly modified without the pickle. Yeah, if you don't like the pickle, you could make it without the pickle. But I honestly, the pickle really made this. But if you don't like pickles, I mean, I guess you don't. Dustin says it's always easier when you're not on camera. Yeah, it was like 10:30 at night last night and I was testing this recipe and I just wrapped that puppy up. It was awesome. And now here I am on camera and I can't wrap it up. We'll turn a little light on over here so we can watch it. But man, this is the amazing recipe. I'm serious. You got to try this. Holly Springer says, I've been avoiding pickles because all the brands I've checked have many ingredients that do not look like whole food. Okay, well, let's look at this brand. This is my favorite brand. Hold on, let me change the camera here. This is Grillo's Pickles, and the ingredients are cucumbers, brine, water, distilled white vinegar, salt, garlic, dill, and grape leaves. That's the only ingredients in these. So these are my favorite, and they're clean. I mean, as far as I can tell, these are clean. Those are the ingredients. So, Holly, those are the Grillos are the ones I recommend. Now they have the chips at Costco, and they have these spears I got at Myers. So you'll have to just look for them wherever you're at. It says my chat is disconnected. Hmm. Weird. I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight, but oh well, at least we can hear and see each other, and I can read the comments through. I can read the comments just off my phone here. I posted another chat. Okay, so Sandy says, although I do kind of a dirty carnivore, I still don't do veggies. Yeah. So you could leave the pickle off, or if you wanted a treat once in a while. I mean, I don't know if you ever allow yourself a treat. I would try making them with the pickles sometime because they're just that good. Now, you saw this, even though I struggled wrapping them a little bit, you saw how easy this recipe is. And you could have it as a snack, an appetizer, or you could have it as a meal. So the other thing that I was working on, and Sherry knows this because she helped me out a little bit, and I'll do this in a upcoming live. I was going to do it today, but Keto Dad came out with a cottage cheese pizza crust. And honestly, I don't like how it turned out yesterday, but I redid it today with Sherry's assistance, and it came out so much better. So post in the comments if you would try the chicken cheesicle recipe. Oh, and also this recipe is not my recipe. I got this from my sister, who got it from a guy on Facebook. His name is Corey B. But I don't even think it's his recipe. However, he's the only one I know to link back to. So I linked back to Corey B. And then I added a few things in the recipe. So I think I also put the actual typed out recipe because it wasn't a typed out recipe. So I typed the recipe out, and I also linked that. Andy's in the house. Hi, Andy. So my chat isn't working, so I'm just reading them out loud. Sandy says a treat to me is sweets, not veggies. Oh, that's a good idea. Cindy says I would flatten out the chicken, wrap the cheese stick with the chicken, then wrap in bacon. That is a great idea, Cindy. Okay, Cindy. And Lisa agrees with Cindy. I suggest in one of your videos, you do this and you make this recipe and then you post it and then you show how it turns out. And then Lisa's telling Andy hi, Cindy's saying hi. Sorry, only my comments from Facebook are working tonight, which is interesting. Also, while we're waiting, let's talk about the meetup. We are having a keto meetup in Elkhart on April 1st at Smokin' Fatties, and Dustin from Keto Simple is going to be there. Chris and Miriam Bear from Salty and Keto Chow are going to be there. The Two Crazy Ketos, Rachel and Joe, are going to be there. So if you're going to be there, post in the comments if you're going to come to Elkhart, Indiana on April 1st. I'm actually going to leave work early that day and head over there. Andy says, I'm catching up on 2 times speed. I'll be there in about 10. Hopefully I don't sound like a chipmunk, Andy. And Holly Springer's laughing. And Cindy says, no pickle for me, though. Okay, well, you can make it without the pickle. However, I will say, I wasn't too jazzed about baking a pickle. But when it came out, oh my gosh, I had a couple bites last night. So delicious. So good. So Cindy would make it, but just with no pickle. So post in the comments, pickle, no pickle. We know Sandy won't do the pickle, but she is trying to do a little bit of a stricter carnivore. So Oh, now my hands smell like bacon. Yummy. I washed them, but they still smell like bacon. And I am fasting today, which is going to make this really hard. But I can vouch. I made this yesterday and I tasted it and it was so good. So we now have pork belly bites in the fridge. We have 2 pizzas to eat up, and now we're gonna have the 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 chicken cheesicles. Okay, Lisa says team pickle, lol. Terrence says I'm slowing today. I'm slowing today. And then Sabrina says Sabrina's team pickle too. Yay, team pickle. Um, okay, and my dad says team pickle too. Oh, Sandy says I'm also concerned about the acidic level of the pickle and my GERD, which is under control when I stick to a carny diet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes vegetables will irritate that. Oh, Sean says I wish we could make it because we always have so much fun at the meetups. We made it to the Horde meeting this past weekend. Yeah, so I don't know if I'll be making. I wish I could have gone to the Hungry Horde meetup, but I just have too much going on right now to make too many out of town meetups. Holly says I would do the pickle, but have to substitute the mozzarella for halloumi cheese. I can't do. Yeah, you could totally do. It says any cheese. So the recipe I posted said Colby or mozzarella, but you could do the. Is that how you say that? Halloumi cheese? Absolutely. Um, yes. So I've been trying to eat a little bit more carnivore recently, like just because I went off my migraine medicine, which a lot of you already know the story. And one of the side effects to the medication I was taking was weight loss. So I've kind of been battling with like 5 to 10 pound weight gain since I went off the medication. So that's why I'm doing so much fasting, is just to try to cleanse those cravings out of my body. Um, just because even with eating the meat and stuff, I feel like I can eat and eat and eat and eat, and just never get hungry, even on meat. So I'm trying to just detox myself from that medication. And I've been fully off since the middle of January, but I think my metabolism is a little messed up. I've already also been taking Berberine Plus, which helps with cravings and weight loss and stuff like that. And it's just a herbal supplement. Oh boy, this is smelling delish. 8 more minutes, guys. Um, So I'm probably not going to have a live next week because I'm traveling to Indy. Um, so probably not be live next Sunday. I may be too tired. Um, but in 2 weeks, I think I'm gonna try the pizza crust idea. Oh, and also Cindy is in the house. Cindy is interviewing me and my sister Janine, aka the Keto Sisters, on April 4th. And I'm going to put her channel here. Um, so this is Cindy DeManch's channel. She's interviewing my keto sister, Janine, and I. And uh, she's going to, maybe her sister's going to be on there too. So it will be Keto Sisters. Sabrina says, yes, very hard not to eat when you just never feel full. Lisa says, why are we going to Indy? My husband and I are going to see a comedian, but we're not staying overnight. We're just driving down there, going to the thing, and then driving back. So we're not going to be there very long, Lisa. Um, Andy says, hi, Lisa and Cindy. I was busy this afternoon and missed your live stream, Cindy, but I will watch it after this one is over. That was a very good live stream. Yes. I encourage you all to go back. And if you haven't subscribed to Cindy's channel, I just posted a link to it, which is Cindy Demanch 3839. Uh, yeah, Lisa says, ah, okay. Yeah, we're only gonna be there we'll probably get down there probably about 6, go to the thing at 7, and then it'll probably last till 10 or 11, and then we're gonna drive home. So, um, awesome. Okay, so I think I'm gonna next time make the cottage cheese pizza crust. And there's other pizza crusts I like better, but what I really liked about this one is there's only 2 ingredients, and it's very quick to make. Some of the other pizza crusts are that I've made are more involved, and even though I think they're a little better tasting and better quality, um, they're a little bit more work to make. So I wanted a simple and easy pizza crust, and Keto Dad just came out with this one. So, but I don't really think he invented the cottage cheese crust because everybody's making cottage cheese bread, cottage cheese wraps, everything now. So we got 5 minutes, guys. Now you can cook this a little bit longer to your liking, but the thing I notice is the cheese starts to drip through the air fryer. So just watch for that. You don't want to lose all of your cheese because you cooked it longer. I personally could have had the bacon a little crispier. So I could have cooked it a little longer, but what I may do next time is pre-cook the bacon a little bit so it gets a little bit crispier on the chicken. Man, this is smelling so good. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I mean, I have to fast the rest of the day. I've already made it to 7:30. So what I may have to do is have some green tea with some plain electrolytes in it. Oh, Lisa has a great idea. She says if you freeze the cheese first, you could cook it longer. I think that's what I will do next time, Lisa, is freeze the cheese first so it's really cold and it takes longer to um to um to make, and so it melts. I mean, it takes longer to melt, and then you could cook it a few more minutes. Holly says, so far my favorite pizza crust is ground chicken. I've made the ground chicken pizza crust. I've made Maria Emmek's protein sparing bread pizza crust. The problem with that is all of the cheaper egg white protein powders aren't whipping now. So I'm trying to move away from that one. Um, and I've made her carnivore pizza crust, which I think is my second favorite one, which is using pork panko and cheese. Um, but yeah, I do like the ground chicken pizza crust too. It's just you gotta grind chicken, so there's an extra step in there. And the cottage cheese crust, I literally just take an immersion blender, put a couple eggs, the cottage cheese, and some spices in there. Now this one makes a thin crust, but I'm okay with thin crust. Could you use parchment paper for this? Yeah, I could probably use parchment paper, Sandy. That way it doesn't fall through. That's probably a really good idea. Let's see, we've got how many? 3 minutes left. Yeah, that's a good idea. You could use parchment paper to put it on so the cheese doesn't fall through. Cindy says, I was just going to say that Amy, a family member, said the pre-cooked bacon. Yeah, I've done that for other recipes. I just didn't feel like doing it tonight. Plus, it does shorten up the bacon, and I don't know that I would have had enough bacon if I did that because it does make the bacon smaller. Lisa says I got my chicken thighs today for Kroger for $1.59 and I couldn't pass them up. That is really good. I was just at Kroger's today and I didn't see that deal, but usually if they have a deal at Kroger's, it's widespread. So I should check that out and see if I can get some chicken thighs. I have a Kroger right behind my house here. So maybe I'll have to stop tomorrow. Oh man, this smells so good. See if that I'm going to check the bacon real quick just to see how it's coming along. Yeah, the cheese is starting to melt out the ends a little bit. So I think next time I would either freeze the cheese or pre-cook the bacon a little bit. So yeah. So what's everybody up to tonight? I know they had the Hungry Heath meetup yesterday. How many of you went to that? Post in the comments if you went to the meetup in Ohio yesterday. I was not able to go. Oh, Sandy says I made chicken cordon bleu casserole today for church potluck. You need to post that recipe, Sandy, in the Keto Rockstars group, please, because I love chicken cordon bleu. Cindy says digital coupon at Kroger are stripped steaks for $9.99 a pound. Yeah, Cindy also says that sounds amazing, Sandy. Lisa and James went. It was great. That is awesome. How long of a drive was that for you, Lisa? And Cindy says we did not we did not, yeah, they didn't go to car issue. Yeah, I heard about that, Cindy. I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to get your car fixed. Yeah, due to a car issue. Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna get my oven mitt out here. My neighbor Sue got me these awesome oven mitts so I don't burn myself. All right, let's pull this out. Okay, the bacon's done. I'm not gonna cook it any longer because the cheese is starting to drip out. But put my other oven mitt. I love these oven mitts. These are on Amazon. Let me switch cameras here. All right, I'm gonna get this out with my oven mitts. So the bacon's done. I just like it a little crispier. And oh my gosh, this is what you have, the bacon cheesicles, when you're done. And I'm telling you, those are so delicious. I'm not gonna cook them anymore because the cheese is already, you can see the cheese is already starting to come out of them. But it is so good. These are so delicious. I ate one yesterday. Oh, it's a little crispy. So honestly, 18 minutes just like this is probably perfect. I think I'm gonna like not make it sitting here smelling this all night. So again, thank you to my sister Angela for giving me the idea for this recipe. As always, the recipe and video from Corey B is linked in the comments. I typed up the recipe because there was no recipe. It was just a video. So I actually typed this up in Recipe Keeper for you all. And oh man, I don't know if you guys saw this. James says it looks like poppers. Well, let me show you, James. These are like the size of my hand. So those would be really big poppers. But yeah, they are kind of like they're chicken poppers. Yeah, they kind of do look like poppers. But oh man, I took a couple bites before bed because I didn't want to eat the whole thing before bed, but I was testing the recipe. And whew, so good. And the pickle on it just makes it fire. I'm telling you. So post in the comments if you would make this, how you would change it up, um, what you would do differently. Sandy says, Taryn and I are wondering if the chicken is done, but you said you tasted it already. Yeah. I tasted it yesterday and it was done. The other thing that I think would help that too is to do what Cindy says, which is flatten the chicken first and then wrap the cheese and the pickle around that and then wrap the bacon around that. Yeah, and I can cut into one. Let me get a fork here and we'll cut into one to see if the chicken's done. Oh, I don't have a fork. So you can hear my, so let's cut into one here and see. chicken is fully done. So you're not going to probably be able to see this, but I just cut into the middle of it. I just cut into the middle of it. Sorry, this is really hot. I don't know if I can pick this up. Probably going to be a little hard now that I laid it down on this thing. Yeah, the chicken on the inside, probably can't see that. The back part here is totally done. So I just cut one in half. Now, we did smaller pieces of chicken too. I didn't do really big, full chicken breasts. So, yeah, Lisa says those are massive. Sandy says, sorry, tested. Yeah, I tested it already. I tested this yesterday. Cindy says, I saw keto snacks on Instagram, hollow out jalapenos, put a cheese stick inside, wrapped totally with ground beef. Oh man, there's also, I have a recipe for something in the smoker called armadillo bombs or something like that has to do with something like that. So, but I couldn't do that in a live because they take hours to smoke. That would just be a regular video. Lisa says I would make it, but use Cindy's suggestion, flatten out the chicken. That's what I said. Yeah. Then freeze the cheese, then air fry it. You could even brush some summer SF barbecue sauce on top. That sounds amazing. That's a great idea, Lisa. And Andy says, I'm all caught up. Yay. Yeah. Oh man, these smell so good and I'm so hungry. But we'll be able to eat these for tomorrow. And probably give one to my husband. I'll probably take some of the bites. And then we have pizza to eat because I made pizza yesterday too. Yeah, so see how quick these and easy these were to make. When I saw this recipe, I'm like, I have to do this in a live because it's just so easy, so quick. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, you could bake them in the oven, I'm sure. I'm sure you would just set it to 400 degrees and bake it for, 18, 20 minutes. I like the parchment paper idea too. That way, any cheese that would melt from the bottom, but most of the cheese looks like it melted out the back or on the top. So Cindy says, yay, Andy. Yes. Are you feeling better? Are you and Susan feeling better, Andy? I hope so. What else do you guys want to see me do on this? I've never done egg life wraps as noodles. I have been doing Chris Cooking Nashville's noodle, but I need a meatless noodle for Fridays during Lent. So I'm going to try that. I have an Instant Pot cheese bread recipe that I'd like to try. There's a Louisiana hot crab dip that I'd like to try. And then a cheesy chili bake that I'd like to try. And also, I don't have a recipe for this yet, but I've always wanted to do like stuffed hamburgers. So I'm thinking about coming up with a stuffed hamburger idea. Andy says the sun was so nice to be out in today, finally feeling like a human being again. I know. The sun was out here too, and it was a little bit warmer. Still a little chilly, but warmer. Andy says Susan never got sick. Well, I'm sorry you got sick again. Sandy says also as a carnivore, I think of use thighs for more flavor, chicken thighs. So I used to buy, yeah. So you get the chicken thighs with the skin on them. I do like chicken thighs too. The problem is I used to buy them in a big bag at Sam's Club and they don't sell them anymore. The boneless ones. I like the boneless ones and they don't sell them. I don't know where you can get boneless chicken thighs anymore. Sandy, are you able to get the boneless chicken thighs? Because I have not seen that everywhere I've gone. I haven't seen the boneless ones. because that's all I used to buy. Oh, and yeah, Dad says with the time change here in Indiana, it's still twilight out. Yes, it's still light out. It's so bizarre. Not used to that. Lisa says you can get them at Kroger, and then Taryn says you can get them at Walmart. Okay, I will check there. I didn't see that. Costco doesn't have them here either. Um, you can probably get fresh ones from Costco, but not the boneless ones. I'm wondering though. I was checking the frozen food section, so maybe I need to check in the fresh area. Yeah, Lisa, bone and skin on is the best. It really is. But for recipes like this, I don't want to be biting into bones, and I don't know how to debone them very easily. So for something like this, yeah, Cindy, for you, it's easy to cut the bone out of the thighs. But for someone like me, I'm not good at that kind of stuff. Sabrina says they have them at Aldi's and no antibiotics. Awesome. I will check Aldi's too. Cindy's apparently really good at cutting the bone out. I also like to debone a turkey, like what Chris Cook in Nashville did, but I'm terrified of it. I will mutilate the meat if I try to do that myself. So when we're just eating like chicken, I like the bone in chicken. When I'm making recipes, I like the boneless chicken already deboned. It's just easier for me personally. Unless Cindy's gonna come here and teach me how to debone a chicken thigh. Okay, to cut out the bone, it's just making a V cut. I wouldn't know where to make the V cut, Cindy. It would look like chopped chicken by the time I got done with it, which is okay. I could never do like Chris does it. He deboned a turkey in like 5 minutes. It looked amazing. I showed it to my mom, and my mom goes, "That looks like turkey roadkill." But it looked like the juiciest, most amazing turkey after he took all the bones out, and it took less time to cook. Um, I also like using like chicken thighs for chicken tortilla soup, but again, they got to be the boneless ones. Yeah, Lisa says you're funny, Amy. Seriously, I've tried to debone stuff, and it looks like I want to spatchcock a turkey too, but I'm afraid to do that as well. I don't know. I have my talents, and those aren't any of them. Sabrina says yes, agreed. Um, my talent is not. Oh, I have a funny story. My sister Angela is not here. She was having some health issues in 2019, and I went to stay with her to help her with that. And she bought uncooked whole chicken, and then she's like, "I need you to like cut this into parts." And I swear, I just sat there and stared at that chicken for like 30 minutes. And then she came back in the room and she's like, "What's the matter?" And I was just looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what to do with this thing. I don't know how to cut a whole chicken into parts. My idea of cutting a whole chicken into parts is putting it in the instant pot, cooking it, and then taking all once everything's cooked apart, then taking the bones out. And then she grabbed the cleaver from me, and then she's like, "This is how you do it." And she just started cutting the legs off and I was like, I still don't know how to do it. I don't know. I'd rather just buy the pieces and parts that I need, or I'm going to cook a whole chicken in the smoker and we're going to cut it up after it's done, or we're going to cook it in the Instant Pot. Lisa says spatchcocking a chicken is super easy. And then Andy says, Cindy, do a tutorial and show us. Yes, do a tutorial and show us. I want to learn as well. Spatchcocking a chicken or turkey is easy. I think I could probably do that because you're just cutting the spine and I think breaking it and flattening it or something like that. I don't know. Cutting out the spine or something like that with the sharp. I think I could probably manage that. Maybe. Maybe. And I've even watched tutorial videos and tried it. And I'm like, it never goes like what the video does. And Chris Cook in Nashville, I swear he deboned a whole turkey, cut the tendons out, everything in like 10 minutes or less. I'm like, the tendons, he was stripping them out with a pair of needle nose pliers. And I'm like, you got to have a pair of kitchen needle nose pliers, though. You can't just go out to your husband's toolbox and get pliers. Cindy says, I don't know how to do all that, just cutting the bone out of the thighs. Okay, Cindy, your homework is to put together a tutorial on how to cut the bone out of the thighs on your channel. Because I need to see this. Because I don't know how to do this. I'm just going to buy it how I need it. Now, I will say, when they had those standing rib roasts on sale at for the Christmas, I had to go into the corner Myers and watch a YouTube video on how to cut your own ribeye steaks out of that before I would even buy the standing rib roast. And I'm like, I think I could do this. I think I could do this. And so I did it, and I brought it home, and I was able to cut the rib roast into my own ribeye. So, because it's much cheaper to buy your own standing rib roast and cut them yourself. Sandy says Sam's Club also has a boneless skinless, fresh, not frozen thighs like Walmart. If you want, okay, good to know, because I would buy them fresh and then freeze them for when I needed them. I will look for that. Andy says Susan and I will only spatchcock a turkey for Thanksgiving. It's easier and faster, yeah. And I don't just eat turkeys, but once a year anyway. So Lisa says I don't buy chicken very often. I do just because I make recipes with it, and I do protein sparing modified fasting. And on those days, and don't judge me, because everyone says eat high fat meat, but I found I do better stabilizing my weight when I throw a few low fat days in there. And those are my PSMF days, protein sparing modified fasting, it's called. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to Maria Emmerich's page and search for that. Yeah, Lisa says I don't buy chicken very often. We do. My husband loves chicken. Most of the time, I buy chicken with the bones in if we're just going to cook chicken and eat it. But again, when I'm making recipes, I'll buy like the chicken breasts, which I prefer the thighs more because they're just tastier. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so what else, everybody? Oh my gosh, these smell so good. So for those of you who didn't see this or maybe joined later, I'm gonna try to hold this up again. Is it still hot? Actually, it's cooled down. We made the chicken cheesicles with seasoning, half of a chicken breast, mozzarella cheese stick, and you could use whatever cheese you like. And then we wrapped it in bacon. Oh, we put a dill pickle in there too. And again, the pickles that I like are the Grillo's dill pickles, and I use the dill pickle spears. Let's see. Lisa says James and I love a lot of pork. So my new thing, and I'm probably going to put a video out here, is pork belly bites. So I love bacon. I love pork belly bites. I love any recipe with bacon. I like pork chops too, but our newest thing is we've been making the pork belly bites at least once every couple weeks. And I'm gotta edit and put out a video of there of how I made the pork belly bites, because I don't make those in the air fryer. I make those a little differently than everyone else. So I'm working on getting a video out there of that so you all can see how I make my pork belly. Now, making them in the air fryer is probably a little bit easier, but I bake them in the oven, and this is really easy how I make it. So I'll try to get a video out there of that. Oh man, the smell of bacon is enough to drive me crazy when I'm fasting. What else, everybody? I'm trying to watch both places for comments to make sure I'm getting them. Awesome. Yes. So, what else is everybody's favorite go-to meals? Like I said, this is only the first time I made this. Well, second to yesterday, but it's so delicious. And really, I think you can pretty much wrap anything in bacon and make it better. Um, unless you don't eat bacon or don't like bacon. But bacon's one of my absolute favorite things to eat for sure. So delicious. Um, yes. So, yes, Cindy says keto chow ice cream. Yes. Keto chow ice cream. Absolutely. Oh, Terrence says I made a 7-bean chili today for the church potluck. That sounds awesome, Terrence. Now, of course, I make my chili beanless for lower carb, but and then I put extra meat in it. But I love chili. So one of the things I want to make is this cheesy chili bake. I think I'm gonna have to try that recipe out. Um, but yeah, you can't go wrong with chili. Oh, and one of my favorite things to do is have breakfast chili and put a couple over medium eggs in the chili with some sour cream. That is just delicious. I got that idea from Maria Emmerich. I don't necessarily make her breakfast chili, but I make a chili and make it breakfast by putting eggs in it. That is so good. Yum. Yeah, Lisa says that sounds good, Amy. I'm telling you, eggs make everything better. And it's just a struggle right now because we use eggs for everything, but they're so expensive right now. But I won't give up my eggs. I will give a lot of things up, but not my eggs. Yeah, just because, most of my weight loss occurred because of eggs. I have grease dripping everywhere. Let me get a paper towel. Yummy. All right. Clean some of this up here, or at least blot it. What else does everybody like? Any suggestions of anything you want to see on this channel? I'll try to search out a recipe and we can make it. I tend to make a lot of sweets on this channel, but I don't tend to eat a lot of sweets. I just do it to give people ideas so that if they need an idea for a sweet recipe, because if you're going to eat something sweet, it's better to eat something within the keto spectrum than just to go sad diet, junk food sweets. So Holly says I scramble eggs in my leftover chili to make breakfast burritos and egg wraps. That sounds amazing. I'll have to try that next time just because that is such a great idea, Holly. Evelyn's here. Hello, friends, she says. So Evelyn, you'll have to watch the replay because we made bacon, sorry, but chicken cheesicles. I can barely say that, which are right here. And of course, Evelyn, I'm fasting today, so I'm sitting here by all this bacon, chicken, and cheese, and it's taking every ounce of willpower I have not to eat this right now. Yeah, Lisa confirms that sounds yummy, Holly. And Sean says, hiya, Evelyn. Andy says, I'll be back. And everyone's telling Evelyn hi. And then Evelyn says, I just got home from shopping. Where'd you go shopping, Evelyn? And did you find any good deals? Did you buy eggs? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. In case you didn't notice, the chat isn't working only from Facebook tonight, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but we're reading the chats aloud, so it's all good. And drinking water because I'm fasting. Thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I love hanging out with you guys on Sunday nights. Awesome, everybody. Evelyn says, hello, Holly Springer, Sean, Bradley, Cindy, and Andy. Yes, yes, yes. Is Carl with you, Evelyn? And you guys went to the meetup yesterday, didn't you? Because I saw a photo of you. Did everyone bring potluck to the meetup? The meetup in Ohio, right? That sounded like fun. Sorry, I missed it. And don't forget, April 1st, we're having a meetup at Smokin' Fatties in Elkhart. All is welcome. We got 13 people here. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. What else, everybody? I'm a little tired today because of the time change. Gotta love that daylight savings time. I think I've gotten every clock changed for that. But, oh, I haven't. So the clock on my stove is wrong and the clock on my microwave is wrong. And I gotta change the coffee pot. Otherwise, my husband's not gonna have coffee on time tomorrow. So Evelyn says she got tennis shoes, paper, art craft kits from clearance for kids at school, hair stuff, and went out to eat. Ooh, where'd you eat and what'd you have, Evelyn? That sounds like fun. Yes, sounds great, Evelyn, Cindy says. It does sound great. Where'd you go to eat, Evelyn? I have so much food here now because I made this. I have the pork belly bites. I've got 2 pizzas because I was practicing making pizzas. Sean says they brought so much food yesterday. Stacy brought farm raised eggs for sale. I heard that because Dustin said something in his live this morning that he owed Stacy some more money. I would have bought some of those too. That really was really cool of her to do that. I'm sorry I missed everybody. I would have loved to have been there. Yes, yes, yes. All right, show me that bacon wrap food again. Okay. Ooh, El Vaquero. That sounds like a Mexican place. Okay, so this is what we made. I think it's cool enough I can pick it up now. We made the chicken cheesicles. So what this is, Evelyn, is sorry, it's a little greasy. So now my hands have grease on them. What this is you take a chicken breast, cut it in half, and then you put favorite seasoning on it, which I almost forgot, which is my favorite seasoning is the Redmond's organic real salt. Then you take a pickle spear and cut that in half. And then you take your favorite cheese stick. So I just used mozzarella because that's what I had. And then you put that all on top of the chicken and then you wrap it in bacon and then you bake it at 400 for 18 minutes. And then some people had some really good ideas. They said, I like my bacon a little crispier. They said you could freeze the cheese stick before you put it on there, or they said you could pre-cook the bacon before you wrap it. So Evelyn, that's what we're making tonight. Now I tested this recipe about 10:30 p.m. last night, and I only ate a couple bites because I wanted to make sure it was good. Man, it is so delicious. So good. So, and then someone, I think it was Lisa who suggested put some barbecue sauce on it. And then Cindy said flatten the chicken first, then wrap everything in the chicken, then wrap it in bacon. So I thought that was a fantastic idea too. So see what happens when you invite your friends who are so smart to come hang out with you. Everybody just keeps making the recipes better. So I may add some of those ideas to my notes. Yeah. The bites that I had last night, Evelyn, were so good. I'm not eating any of this today because I'm doing protein sparing modifying fasting today. Because I've been doing, I'm up to 3 days a week right now just because I'm fighting some weight gain. So Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I try to alternate every other day. Have been my PSMF days because it's just too hard to do 2 days in a row. It's hard. So I'm trying to alternate days right now. Yes. Looks good. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Evelyn says. Yeah, it's very good. And then I was gonna do pizza tonight, but my cottage cheese crust, I didn't like the way it turned out yesterday. I fixed it today. So next time I may do a 2 ingredient pizza crust, which is really easy. Well, 2 ingredients plus some seasonings. And then um I don't think I'm going to have a live next week just because I'm going to be out of town on Saturday and we're going to be going to Indy and then driving back all in the same trip. We're going to see a comedian and I think I'm just going to be too tired. So, oh, it looks like we lost a couple people. It's 8, it's after 8 o'clock. So I may go ahead and sign off this live stream so that I can get ready for work in the morning. I want to thank all of you for coming. Um, and well, I'll probably see you all through the week because most of you are on other live streams. Sandy and Taryn, I should see you tomorrow, hopefully. And then John and Sherry, I'll see you Friday at my house for a pizza party because my keto sister Janine's coming in town from Vegas. So my dad says good night, all. So I'm gonna sign off here, and you guys all have a wonderful week, and we'll see you in other live streams. Probably starting on Tuesday with the triple live stream. So, and Evelyn saying hi, Dad. Sean says good night, all. See you all soon. All right, everybody, I'm going to sign off. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.